Based upon the reality in which they will be within 10, 20 years exercising what they learned about.
Good advice. Of all the people you've met, and you've had an extraordinary experience in life, and I go through the list of people, and it's really too long here, but you know, you have Henry Kissinger, Kofi Annan, of course Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was my neighbor when I lived
neighbor in California.
George Bush, and you have, well, it goes on and on, Prince Albert, Prince Rainier, the presidents of most countries, you know, it goes on and on and on, President Reagan, Clinton.
For sure, President Clinton is one of the most important, but I tell you that President Reagan also very impressive.
I had interviewed his wife, Nancy Reagan.
Do you talk about it with the president? Or you try to not talk about it, put it out of your mind?
No, we don't talk about it.
Why not?
Because I would probably do what I'm doing right now.
10年前相隔，精心演绎海派辣菜，前菜用辣，出神入化。钱香阁采集贵州天地灵气，天然原材空运上海，独家12门辣艺，精试22种辣味，香、辣、酸、鲜，旷世美味。原生态时尚美食，钱香阁。
I have a couple of things I want to ask you about your board of advisors. It's a very impressive board, and I love it because they come from...
You have friends from...
all over the world, and I recognize a couple of these Americans that I know. But I'd like to talk about the two Chinese members of your board. One is Silas Chow, and his company is Novel.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, I met him here. I think it was Andy Yan introduced me to Silas. And then the other one is Sir David Tang of the famous Shanghai Tang.
Shanghai Tang.
How is it you chose them to be on your board? What did you see in each of them?
Silas is a good friend of mine. He's a very impressive guy. Very.
What impressed you most about him?
His sense of opportunity and his decision and how he moves fast. You know that he is the second largest utilizer of private jets in the world.
I did not know that.
It says that he is the second largest
he uses private jets more than...
Oh, but he used more than his house, for sure. He bought this course, he started and became very important. He has a textile industry very important.
I read, I think it was Yan told me that I think it's 4 out of every 5 sweaters made for export from Hong Kong and China are made by his company.
Yes, true. And Dave Tang, you know, it's perhaps the most connected man in the world. And it's loved by the Prince Charles, is loved by everybody.
Why does everyone love him? What is it about his personality?
Because everybody that gets in touch with him, he could help him in anything. And help is not financial. You could help serving him a Coca-Cola. You could be helpful to someone just giving a sort of advice. And we have another one that you know very well, and that's my boss in China, Yu Khan.
She's now joining your board.
Your board.
Yeah,
so
that's, you got the heavy hitters.
Yes.
She was just in Forbes magazine as one of the 50 most powerful women in all of Asia.
Yes, yes, I saw that, but I have invited her before that.
You did?
Yeah.
You had to be impressed when she took over Miss Universe China and went to the finals in your country.
Oh, sure.
And look what happened. Look
and
what
it
happened
wasn't just that Zelina was not the Miss Universe, because she was by far the most beautiful of them. But this is what she made a fantastic job.
But she came in as the fourth
yes, so very the first time. And so...
But you saw, trained her in English, in current affairs, as well as all the other things that you would expect someone to be trained in. But I think she went the extra mile with her, don't you?
Oh, yes, for sure, for sure.
China.
Kind of a shy person. I used to have no confidence with my height. In China, we don't really have a lot of tall girls. But now I'm fine with my height, even though I'm the tallest one here. I found out my confidence, so I'm okay now.
24 years old, from China!
Congratulations, you're now the national director of Miss Universe China pageant. How did that all come about?
You know, China being so big, Miss Universe says, you know, we are really, really keen on seeing a gorgeous, a fantastic Chinese girl who could represent your country, you say. If you don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
Of all the people you've met, and you've had an extraordinary experience in life, and I go through the list of people, and it's really too long here, but you know, you have Henry Kissinger, Kofi Annan, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was my neighbor when I lived
in California.
George Bush.
Yes.
And you have, well, it goes on, Prince Albert, Prince Rainier, the presidents of most countries, you know, it goes on and on, President Reagan, Clinton. Of all the presidents in America, just because I'm an American, yeah. I'm curious, I've been told that Bill Clinton, all presidents have a certain charisma, or they wouldn't have gotten there, or they wouldn't have appealed to the public, and they would never have won the election. So I mean, having said that, they're all charismatic. Yes. But I have been told by people who have known all the various presidents that Bill Clinton just has this like hot fire of charisma that surrounds him. Would you agree?
For sure. And the last time we had he came with us, we made this last year in September, we made this forum there. You see how, and he made a speech there and told something about Brazil. He stayed 20 minutes we stayed on the sidewalk. The traffic was where he comes, traffic stops on that. 20 minutes talking, two of us, on the sidewalk, and the security are all proud of.
He loves people.
He loves people.
He loves people.
So he for sure, President Clinton is one of the most important. But I tell you that President Reagan also, I invited him, and he came to Brazil under my invitation, came to São Paulo, my town. It was also very impressive.
I had interviewed his wife, Nancy Reagan, and of course, we had the same name. I have the name, she does. So he said, I like your name. And then he said to me, thank you for being so kind to my wife.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a lovely, genuine.
Do you talk about it with the president? Or you try to not talk about it, put it out of your mind?
No, we don't talk about it.
Why not?
Because I would probably do what I'm doing right now.
You have really enjoyed such a business success, but such a personal success as well. People have called you a statesman. One wonders why you haven't gone into politics or something. You don't have to, because you're the unofficial statesman. And you've made so many important meetings happen. I mean, between major world leaders, you've been responsible for those. What drives you now in your life? You've accomplished so much. You just don't seem to slow down. Are you fueled by ethanol? I mean, I don't know, but you just seem to have this extraordinary energy.
No, I think that the most important is that to you to feel that you are constructing something. It's not for money, it's not for prestige, it's not for anything more than to bring some of your experience and work to get a world a little bit better. And then I think that what drives me is the idea that life does not prevent you for creating. On the contrary, you're creating, as long as you create and be active, you extend your life.
This has been such a pleasure. I've read so much about you,
Thank
and
you
you
very
are a
much.
delightful man. Thank you so very, very much.